At this very moment, perhaps right there in your backyard in the United States, there is a creature defying laws of physics that would crush the body of a human pilot in seconds. While you breathe calmly, a hummingbird hovers in midair as if gravity were merely an optional detail of the universe. By rotating its wings in a perfect figure-8 motion, it generates continuous lift, something that for a long time seemed impossible according to classical aerodynamic models. This isn't just winging flapping, it's the execution of a biomechanical system refined over many centuries. If a human being were subjected to the same forces of acceleration and deceleration that this tiny bird withstands, they would lose consciousness almost instantly. And yet, weighing less than a coin, the hummingbird sustains these loads with absolute precision. What appears delicate is extreme engineering in miniature. We are looking at one of the most advanced biological engines on the planet. Today, we're diving deep into physiology that transforms this small bird into an almost unbelievable flying machine. Get ready to learn more about these birds that exist only in the Americas. True hummingbirds, family Trochilidae, are not native to Ukraine, Russia, or anywhere in Europe, Asia, or Africa. Unlike most birds that simply move their wings up and down, hummingbirds possess an extraordinarily specialized shoulder joint that allows nearly 180 degrees of rotation. This unique feature enables their wings to trace a continuous figure-8 pattern, generating lift both on the downstroke and the upstroke. That means they produce force all the time, not just during half of the wing beat cycle, making true hovering flight possible. That mesmerizing ability to remain completely still in midair. When observed through ultra-high-speed cameras, we can see that their primary feathers deform under pressure in a controlled way, adjusting airflow like the blades of a modern helicopter. Each feather dynamically responds to invisible forces in the air. Nothing is wasted. Every micro-adjustment ensures stability, control, and maximum efficiency. What our eyes perceive as lightness is a constant calculation between force, resistance, and aerodynamic balance. To sustain continuous flight, the hummingbird's musculoskeletal system operates at astonishing frequencies of up to 80 wing beats per second, nearly 5,000 movements in just 1 minute. This level of performance surpasses any simple comparison to the human body. Approximately 30% of a hummingbird's total body mass consists of highly specialized pectoral muscles designed for rapid, repetitive contractions without failure. These muscle fibers are adapted to generate explosive power with sustained endurance, functioning like a biological engine permanently running at high RPMs. Such intense activity produces enormous amounts of heat, and overheating could become fatal within minutes. To prevent this, hummingbirds have developed specific regions of their bodies that act as thermal windows, dissipating heat with remarkable efficiency. It's an integrated system in which every component works at the limit, but never goes beyond it. A living power plant, compact and incredibly efficient. Sustaining this level of activity requires heart operating at an almost unimaginable capacity. During flight, a hummingbird's heart can reach up to 1,200 beats per minute, a rate several times higher than that of a human athlete at peak exertion. If the human heart were subjected to similar mechanical stress, its structures simply wouldn't withstand it. In hummingbirds, however, each cardiac fiber is adapted for ultra-fast contraction and rapid recovery, maintaining continuous blood flow even under extreme strain. This massive cardiac output ensures that oxygen reaches the pectoral muscles almost instantly, fueling the most metabolically demanding activity in the animal kingdom. Every second of flight represents accelerated energy consumption, and any delay in oxygen delivery could be catastrophic. The heart doesn't just beat, it pulses like a biological war drum, keeping the entire system in relentless motion. All this power comes at an enormous energetic cost. To avoid metabolic collapse, a hummingbird must consume daily an amount of sugar equivalent to its own body weight, something unthinkable for any human being. Its survival depends on an almost constant supply of nectar throughout the day. The hummingbird's tongue doesn't function like a simple straw. It acts as a microscopic elastic pump, opening and closing automatically upon contact with nectar, capturing liquid in fractions of a second. This mechanism allows feeding rates to be too fast for the human eye to perceive. Every flower visited is part of a precise survival strategy, a necessary refueling stop to keep the metabolism running. This constant dependence creates a true metabolic tightrope, where any prolonged interruption can lead to critical exhaustion. To live like a hummingbird, is to live permanently at the edge between maximum energy and total system failure. When night falls and flowers no longer offer nectar, the hummingbird faces a potentially fatal challenge. Without fuel, there is no way to sustain its explosive daytime metabolism. To survive, it enters torpor, a deep physiological state in which heart rate can drop by up to 95% and body temperature plunges dramatically. Metabolism slows down to the point of resembling a temporary suspension of life. It's a radical transition, from the most energetically intense animal in nature to a state of near immobility within hours. This strategy preserves remaining energy reserves until dawn. Every day, it alternates between extremes, maximum power under the sun and near stillness in the dark. This daily cycle of intense production and profound recovery represents one of the most sophisticated adaptations ever recorded. Hummingbirds are far more than colorful visitors to American gardens. They are living proof that nature can unite beauty, efficiency, and strength on an almost microscopic scale. Every wing beat carries millions of years of evolutionary refinement, and every sip of nectar sustains a metabolism operating at the absolute edge of physiology. These are creatures that live between extremes, balancing power and fragility with astonishing precision. Yet all this wonder depends on preserved ecosystems, native flowers, and healthy environments. Habitat destruction threatens to silence this extraordinary biological spectacle. Protecting hummingbirds means protecting one of the most remarkable chapters of natural engineering. If you're fascinated by the scientific secrets behind the animals and pets that share our planet, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and continue this journey with us. Because the more we understand nature, the more we realize it is infinitely more astonishing than we ever imagined.